All right, 6 months into the journey with eXp, and even happier now than I was 6 months ago. I made the jump over to eXp from KW. This is Steve, real estate agent with the Malone Realty Group, again at eXp here in the Atlanta area. So I like to document, every 3 months or so, where are we? How are things looking? Because, these are the kind of videos that I watched when I was thinking about making the move, and I was thinking about making the jump from KW, which is where I was before, over to eXp. And again, just to reiterate, nothing bad to say about KW at all. I was at KW for nearly 4 years. Fantastic 4 years. Loved everybody I worked with. Leadership was great. Everything was great. eXp was just the next step up. It's like going from a really great car to a phenomenal car. You know what I mean? Or, go from good or great to phenomenal. That's kind of what I thought about making that jump from KW to eXp. Now, making that jump, it's a little bit of a leap of faith, obviously. This is the first brokerage change I'd ever made. So I've only been in real estate 4 years. All 4 of those years were spent with KW. So when I made that jump, there's a lot of hope and prayer and everything that goes into it. And it's kind of hope that you made the right decision. 6 months in, have I made the right decision? Absolutely 100% yes. I have not looked back. First couple months were a little kind of iffy because just you don't know what you don't know. You have to kind of make the jump, put the new brokerage on, so to speak, take it for a drive and see what it looks like, what it feels like. And as I've talked about in the past in some of my other videos, the things that I was attracted to have been great, but it's some of the things that I really didn't know were important that they become the glue. They're gonna keep me here at eXp for a very, very, very long time. I can see myself looking at the structure, looking at the hierarchy, looking at the future. I could see myself, because I'm in my early 40s, I could see myself for the next 20, 25 years being here at this company, because every time you see somebody come out with something new, like for example, the pandemic happened. So what happened with the pandemic? Everybody kind of went virtual. Everybody had to change their model and go virtual, and there were no brick and mortars anymore. Everybody's working from home. Guess what? eXp had been doing that for years. And then, this year, Facebook comes out with their whole metaverse thing, where you have this online world and and everyone's like, oh, that's so cool, and this and that. It's like eXp's been doing that for years through Viabella, and they actually own the Viabella program, the Viabella platform. Something they've been doing. So every time you hear something that's happened that's really cool in real estate and really cool in whatever, it's like eXp's been doing that for years. I mean, Glenn Sanford, he's like ahead of the curve. I don't know how he does it, and being KW under Gary Keller was ahead of the curve for a long time. I think that Glenn Sanford is the new aged ahead of the curve because things have changed. The brokerage model has changed. Where you broker your deal, from a nuts and bolts standpoint, I think anybody can broker a deal now. Now it's the platform that you're on as a realtor what makes the most sense. Right now, eXp blows it away. So 6 months check-in. So let's talk about some of the things that I like. Some of the things, I'll be honest, that kind of have me scratching my head about eXp. So first thing that I like about eXp, I've talked about this before, but it's the collaboration. We have a saying in our group that we're in: collaboration over competition. We have some fireballs in our network group that we're in. I'm under Stacy White here in Atlanta. We have the Blueprint X. That's the name of the network group that he has started. We have some amazing teams. They're all here in the Atlanta area. So technically we're all competing, but we're not really competing. We have our own turf. We have our own people that we're talking to, and we really don't step on each other's toes at all. Even though we're all out there, we're all in the game, we're all swinging, going after, buyers and sellers. We really don't step on each other's toes a whole lot. But what we do is we look out for each other. We help each other out. We do role plays with each other. We have training calls, once or twice a week within that network. We are trying to help each other out, to help each other grow. Because if our Blueprint X network grows, people are going to see that. They're going to be, it's going to be like a magnet to bring people in, because we're building something really cool within this network, which right now is kind of organically growing in Georgia, but we're looking to grow throughout the whole Southeast and eventually the whole country, like some of the other networks. And some of the other networks that we're in the Fast Forward movement, which is Kyle Whistle and Dan Beers, and then we're in the Honey Badgers, which is one of the bigger groups as well. So, we've got all these groups that we're under, all this learning, all this collaboration, all this coaching that, to be honest, at other brokerages, you're paying hundreds, if not thousands of dollars a month for this coaching. This is all stuff that we do all week free, via Zoom from everywhere in the country. So wherever you are, you have access to, just bulldogs as far as agents go and as far as teams. And you're talking about teams that are doing $600 million, $400 million. They're doing upwards of over 1,000 units per year, things like that. And that's just the stuff that we learn every week is phenomenal. And there's no extra charges just by landing where you land going into eXp. So that's one of the big things. One of the other things, there really is kind of a feeling of excitement and of momentum within the eXp community right now because we just passed 70,000 agents. There's the saying that we're trying to hit 500,000 agents in the next 5 years, which is a massive, major number. But I think we can do that based on the people that are here, the minds that are here, the model that's been built by Glenn Sanford. When you talk about a model that is very agent centric. Okay, some of the other models are very much, you have the owner, and then you have, the big regions, and then you've got the sub regions, and then you got the local offices, and you have all these different brick and mortars, and you got all this, levels of management, things like that. It's not how it is at eXp. At eXp, you got the owner, you got the agents. No regional offices, no local offices, things like that. There's no overhead. The agents are the stars. He wants the agents. They know that they're the ones that are out there driving the boat, and they get rewarded for that by getting certain awards, or they get certain things from selling homes, things like that. But just the hierarchy being just agent centric, it really attracts those agents that. And I'm going to do this video next, but if you're an agent just getting started, I think eXp is a great brokerage to get into. They have a lot of training. You get into the right network, you get a lot of training through that network. I think eXp is a smart play. If you are a major producer, let's say you have a big team at one of the other brokerages, whether that's KW or Remax or Coldwell Banker or wherever, you got a big team and you're rocking and rolling, there's no other platform beyond but eXp. When you talk about the ability for rev share, when you talk about the ability for stock, we talk about the ability for how caps can be reduced, and if you have a mega team, they can be quarter caps instead of half caps, and you talk about the caps being lower than most of the major brokerages anyway. So you've got all these different reasons why, and then when you talk about the collaboration piece on top of it, when you're a major team, your goal is to grow and get to that next level. And when you get to certain levels, it gets harder to hit the next level and the next level. And this company, you're driven to hit those next levels. So if you're a company that's killing it, this is the next step, is to go over to eXp and take a look at how the model can help you out. Okay. The other thing was, in talking about momentum and excitement, being over at KW, I always talked about it was the Kool-Aid that all the KW people drink, and I'll be honest, I think eXp has its own Kool-Aid, and I think that any brokerage or any company that's out there that's worth anything, that the agents love working for, I mean, there's a little bit of Kool-Aid that gets consumed, so to speak. It is what it is. I mean, at the end of the day, though, you have to pull yourself back, and I do. Is this really for real? I mean, is this really built the right way? When you look at it, the nuts and bolts and everything, it's built the right way. Everything's pointed up. Everything that the market shows you and the real estate industry shows you of where the real estate industry is going, eXp is in the perfect spot to take advantage of it. So there's a feeling of momentum, they feel excitement. And the reality is, one of the things that people come over for is for the stocks, and the potential to do, pick up either stock awards or to purchase stock, through deals, things like that. I've been in for 6 months, and I've already started to accumulate some stock at a decent clip, because I do, you can purchase stock at a discount at closing, and then you also get stock awards for not only doing your first deal, but also for capping, and also if you bring in a recruit and they close a deal. So there's an opportunity to win awards, and there's an opportunity to also purchase stock at a discount. So we're doing that as well, and it is quickly piling up. So that's the cool thing. And also being a part of the agent attraction program and being a part of the recruitment program, you do get the opportunity to make money if one of your recruits does well. It's just like any other company. We've talked about this in another video. It's like any other company. They want to recruit because they want to grow. We're looking for awesome agents to come in, and the agents who are on the front lines, those are the recruiters. Those are the ones that are trying to attract people into the company. So if you do that, you get rewarded handsomely for that, which is very cool. And it's another income stream, another revenue stream that you have. So it's another one of those reasons why, another one of those things that eXp has created to really turn this into a very agent centric um, model as far as the brokerage goes. So again, just I have these written down because I'm old and I can't remember them. But there's a collaboration, there's the excitement, the collaboration over competition, and we're talking about the stocks. They quickly pile up, and you also get rewards for your recruit doing well as well. Okay, those are the great things about the company. Really nothing new. It's all the same stuff that I kind of preached in my 3 month look back. But now that I'm at 6 months, I'm further down the road. Things are even better now, and I'm in a stronger position. I feel even more confident that I made the right move. I feel even more confident that I'm not going anywhere in the next 20, 25 years as it stands right now. That being said, are there a couple of things that I'm not 100% thrilled with? I'll be honest, yes. And we're going to be honest. All right, so the two things is the stock price. It's been volatile. It's gone up, it's gone down. We had this stock split earlier this year. And again, past performance is not a promise of future earnings and this and that. So I'm not telling you numbers, I'm not telling you anything. All I'm saying is when you look at where the stock was at the beginning of the year and where the stock is now, it's a little flat. I'll be honest. I'm kind of surprised by that because when you look at the company's built the right way. Okay, company has all the momentum in the world. Real estate's killing it right now. It's been an okay year in the stock market, and it's just flat. So to me, it's kind of weird. And to me, the way I think about it, again, this is me, no license for buying stocks or anything like that. So don't do what I'm saying because I'm saying it. I'm just thinking this way. It's a very strong company. It's growing like crazy. I really do think that we're going to hit. We're at 70 right now. I think we hit 150,000 probably by the end of 2022. We could be on our way to 500,000 in 5 years. I don't know how we're going to do it, but if any brokerage can do it, it's this one right here. I think that as we continue to grow, I think that if we're buying that stock right now at the price that it's at right now, it's a discount. And that's why I'm buying it up. I could be wrong. And again, past performance is not a promise of future returns. And I'm not telling you to buy the stock or anything like that. Okay. So I didn't do that. All right. So legally don't sue me. Okay. Okay. But when I look at it, I think that the company's going up. It just, all markers are pointing in the right direction for the company to go up. The stock will follow. So that's just the way I think of it. That being said, it is kind of weird that it hasn't moved. That's one. Number two, and it's a big thing because I've talked to some teams that have thought about it, but they don't have anywhere to put their teams. They have an office at the brokerage that they're at. And what am I going to do with my team? Because eXp is completely virtual. So where's the office going to be? Now, eXp does have office solutions through Regus, but a lot of times you can get offices cheaper through your brokerage. It is what it is. Personally, I work from home. I have one other agent that's under me right now. They work from home. So it's like, for us it works. But I mean, if for some crazy reason I get to the point where I have, 8 agents or 10 agents or something like that, I mean, we're going to have a central location. And so I'm going to have to buy it, or rent it, so to speak, and that's going to be overhead that would be cheaper elsewhere and things like that. So that is one of the things that, that is unfortunate or that I don't like. I wish there was a better solution. The reality is, I know locally there are some teams that have talked about buying a kind of a larger area, like a mixed use kind of office space, or just like an office space, and then renting out the offices to eXp agents. So kind of creating a solution, through the agents. So that way it's not necessarily a brokerage solution. The agents come up with a solution. So like when you look at it from, if you compared it to like, you know, to the country, if, there was a major issue, do you want the feds to fix it or do you want the private sector to fix it? So this is one of those things where the brokerage is basically saying, hey, look, private sector, aka local agents, you want offices? Get yourself some offices. That way you don't have the overhead. Like that's why you're here. You're here for no overhead. If you want it, go build it yourself. But that way there's no overhead through the brokerage, which again is the good thing, bad thing. The good thing is you don't have any overhead because you don't have any brick and mortar. Bad news is you don't have any brick and mortar because you don't have any overhead. So if you want somewhere to go, you don't have somewhere to go. That being said, there are solutions there, ways to figure it out. You can do it through Regis. But again, you ask me what the bad is. Those are two bad things. The one has me scratching my head, and the other one's like, you know what? It would be kind of cool to have that. That being said, is that enough to make me go somewhere else? Not even close. Again, 100% in the right spot, and we're going to be for a while. So that's my 6-month check-in. We'll do a 9-month check-in sometime towards middle to late March as we're in the middle of the spring craziness. But if you have any questions, you can give me a call, 470-233-4409. Love the company, and I'll shoot you straight if you have any questions about it. And if you're thinking about making the move, or if you want to dispute me on anything that I said, we can talk about that too. I'm cool. I'm game. Love real estate. Love the company. Love to talk about it. Again, this is Steve with eXp. Take care. Have a good one. Bye. Thanks for watching the video today. If you want, you can subscribe to my YouTube channel down here so that way you don't miss out anytime we post new updates on the real estate market and about eXp. If you want more about eXp right now, I've got some videos over here. Check those out. Let me know if you have any questions about eXp, fastest growing real estate brokerage in the world.